Welcome to the fabulous life of Miz Berry, where designer heels met dusty roots and fake smile hid real tears. This queen of lies had mastered the act of deception until her reality showed up uninvited, with a mother who refused to be denied and a truth that refused to be silenced. Miz Berry's carefully crafted castle of lies began to crumble. Will she find a way to salvage her fake facade or discover that authenticity is the ultimate luxury? Grab your popcorn, hit the subscribe button, and get ready for a juicy tale of secrets and lies. At the prestigious University of Lagos, one name echoed through the halls: Miz Berry, the undisputed queen of Unilag. Anyone who didn't know her was either a newbie in Unilag or a novice on social media. Miz Berry was the ultimate campus sensation. She was the leader of the people who ran things on campus. Nothing happened without her notice. Everyone wanted to be her friend, date her, or simply bask in her glory. She was constantly bombarded with requests of friendship, demands and expectation from her online and offline fans. Her days were filled with photo shoots, front row seats at exclusive events, and VIP access to the hottest parties in school. Anywhere that it was happening, Miz Berry was there. She was the fashion icon and ultimate it girl of Unilag. It was said that an outfit may be considered ugly, but once Miz Berry wears it, it becomes a trend, with girls buying it in different colors. Any party Miz Berry attended or organized was considered a top-tier party, and anyone she didn't endorse was deemed a low-standard party. So organizers and club owners paid to invite her to their shows because her presence attracted other students who admired her lifestyle. Brands and influencers paid to collaborate with her because her endorsement was capable of making a brand. She had a very intoxicating and aesthetically pleasing online presence, with her followers running into millions. She was the aesthetic queen of Instagram. Her posts were a carefully organized reel of luxury, featuring trendy outfits, designer clothes and handbags, exotic vacations, and expensive jewelries. She had beautifully posed and edited pictures in beautiful locations, and she showed off her superiority through her captions. She would often write captions like, "Living my best life while you're still dreaming. My designer shoes cost more than your 4-year school fees." Or she would say, "Private jet life, no commercial for me." So many students admired her lifestyle and even became dedicated fans called Berry Armies, who constantly sang her praise and collectively threatened or bullied anyone who came for her. Even in the school politics, her endorsement was like a holy seal. Candidates for student council, departmental reps, and even the SUG presidential candidates stopped at nothing to gain her support. They showered her with gifts and attention, hoping to win her favor. Why did Miz Berry wield such power and influence, you may ask? Well, the students knew her to be the only daughter of the distinguished Senate President of Nigeria. So everyone wanted to be associated with her. But it took effort to be around her or to belong to her clique, because she thought so highly of herself and would often make condescending comments about people. Her group of friends were made up of people from rich homes or politicians' children. Miz Berry did not hesitate to humiliate anyone below her standards. There was a day one of her online fans met her in school and was so excited. She ran up to her and asked, "Hey Miss B, please can I take a selfie with you?" "Please don't take pictures of me with your Android phone," Miss Berry replied as she walked away. She enjoyed living in her high horse. If she was not looking down on people, then she was bragging about her luxurious lifestyle, seizing every chance to talk about her influential parents and their political connections, claiming they could secure her any high-profile job if she so desired, and would talk about how her mother spoiled her the most. "My mom just gave me a card with no spending limit. She said I can buy a yacht for myself if I want. That woman really spoils me. I guess it's because I'm their only child. That is why they did not want me to school abroad, so I could be closer to them," she would brag. During random conversations, Miss Berry would mention the latest handbags, luxurious cars, or exotic vacation they went, and how her parents spoil her with gifts. My parents just got me a new Porsche for my birthday. I wish they allowed me bring one of my cars to school, but they are just scared I won't focus on my studies. Or worse, the car may be stolen, she would say as she showed off pictures of herself posing with the new car in front of her house. One day, as Miss Berry was laughing with her friends, a girl approached her. "Nkoli, oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. I never knew you schooled in Unilag. I just got admitted into Unilag," the girl exclaimed with excitement as she stepped forward for a hug. Miss Berry looked at her from head to toe. "Do I know you?" she said as she took a step back. The girl was confused. "Yeah, you know me. Who are you?" Miss Berry asked with anger. "I don't understand. It's me, Ngozi. We grew up together in Abapa and we went to the same primary school." Miss Berry's friends looked at themselves curiously and Miss Berry knew she had to shut the girl down. "Excuse you, Miss whoever you are. You must be mistaking me for someone else. First of all, my name is not Nkoli or whatever you called it. And secondly, I do not know where Apapa is, not to talk of growing up there. Please leave," Miss Berry screamed at her. The girl tried to say something, but Miss Berry shut her up immediately. "I said get out," pushing the girl. The girl walked away, feeling embarrassed. "This is how every peasant in this school claims they know me, just to get close to me. I'm so tired of it. Ugh," Miss Berry said out of frustration. In the evening, when Miss Berry returned to her students' lodge, some of her lodge mates approached her and told her about a woman that came to look for her. They said that the woman looked like a homeless woman, but that she showed them a picture of herself and Miss Berry, claiming to be Miss Berry's mother. "My mother? Wonder shall never end. There is nothing I will not see in this school. So now, homeless people also claim they know me?" Miss Berry laughed. "And you guys believed her?" "No, we did not believe her. Although the person in the picture looked exactly like you, but she was dressed in cheap okrika clothes, and the woman was looking very hungry and homeless. So there was no way she could be your mother, right? Plus, the name of the person she called wasn't even your name," one of her lodge mates said. "Good, because I would have been disappointed if you guys believed that a crazy woman was my mother. In fact, let me call my mom." Miss Berry brought out her phone and called her mom. "Mom, you won't just believe what happened now. They said one crazy woman came looking for me and claiming to be you. I think it's high time I left this school so I can continue my studies abroad," Miss Berry said. After her calls, she turned to her lodge mates and said, "Please, ignore any crazy person that comes looking for me. My parents are currently outside the country and they will never come looking for me. All these people want from me is money. Please ignore them," and she turned and left. The next day, as Miss Berry and her friends were seated in one of the school's cafeterias, a poor unkempt woman walked up to them. "Nkoli," she called. Miss Berry's friends looked at the old woman and looked at themselves. "Who is this woman calling Nkoli?" one said. "Nkoli, I'm talking to you. Haven't you seen me?" she asked Miss Berry. Miss Berry turned to look at her. "Excuse me? Who are you? And who are you calling Nkoli?" The woman was confused. "Nkoli, are you okay? Is something wrong with you? Don't you recognize your mother again? I've been calling you for the past 1 year. You don't pick my calls and you never called me back. So I got worried that something must have happened to you. And I decided to come all the way from Enugu to come and see if everything was okay," the woman said. "Please, old woman, if it's money you need, please say it and get out of here and stop claiming to be my mother. My mother can never look like a beggar like you. She's too rich to wear rags as clothes. I am not your child," Miss Berry said. The woman brought out a picture and showed it to them. "This is me and you, Nkoli. Are you okay? Is everything okay with you? She asked with trembling voice. Look, woman, I may look like your child, but I'm not your child. My father is the Senate president. Is the Senate president your husband? If not, then I'm not your child, Miss Berry roared. But Miss B, this is the second time someone is calling you that name. Is that a coincidence? One of her friends asked. I don't know. Maybe someone out there is fortunate enough to look like me, and that's her name. That's why all this nonsense is happening to me. Her friends exchanged uneasy glances, unsure how to react. Babes, I hope you guys don't think this scruffy-looking old woman is my mom, because I'll be so disappointed, Miss Berry said to her friends. Old woman, if you don't get out of here this minute, I'm going to call my mom and she's going to send military men to come and carry you out of this place. Guys, let's leave this place, she commanded. As they got up to leave, the woman followed them and was shouting, Nkoli, Nkoli. Miss Berry and her friends felt very embarrassed as people looked at them, wondering why an old homeless woman would be following them around and shouting. As they got close to the students' lodge, Miss Berry looked back and the woman was still following them. She got pissed and shouted at her. You stupid old witch! Why are you following us? Stop following us, she shouted. Her voice attracted the students, who started gathering in small groups, wondering what was going on. Nkoli, why are you talking to me, your mother, like that? The woman said, as tears filled her eyes. You must be insane to insist that you're my mother. A poor, insignificant, homeless woman like you can never be my mother. You can't even afford to dress properly, and you are claiming to be my mother? Me, Miss Berry, the daughter of a homeless woman? God forbid, she said. Tears fell from the woman's eyes. Confusion and hurt etched on her face. Nkoli, what is wrong? Is me your mother? The crowd became quiet as they were shocked to hear a homeless-looking woman call herself Miss Berry's mother. My child, if there is any problem, please let me know, she said, stepping forward to touch Miss Berry. In anger, Miss Berry pushed the woman down, grabbed a bucket of water, and threw the water on the woman, shouting and insulting her. After that, she and her friends walked off and left the woman on the floor, wet and crying. Some of the students helped the woman up, took her to their lodge, and dried her clothes, as they asked her why she would claim that the daughter of the Senate president was her daughter. The woman opened up and told them everything. It turned out that behind the facade of luxury and wealth that Miss Berry flaunted online, that her reality was far from glamorous. She was actually the only daughter of a poor widow, the woman she had just disgraced publicly, who worked tirelessly hard in people's farms to make ends meet, and who struggled to pay her school fees. And they lived in Ababa, Enugu. Everyone was shocked. They couldn't believe the stories, so they carried further investigations because they wondered if what the woman said was true. How then did Miss Berry afford all the luxury she flaunted online? They found out that her real name was actually Nkoli, and that the woman she embarrassed was indeed her mother. Further investigations revealed that Miss Berry's online persona was a carefully crafted lie designed to escape the stigma of poverty and win admiration from her peers. She spent hours organizing her social media profiles, using photoshopped images and fabricated stories of being the daughter of the Senate president to create a life she wished she had. So that means the calls and the stories and the luxuries were all fake, and she disgraced her poor widowed mother just to hide this secret. The stories of her fake life spread like wildfire throughout the campus, with blogs carrying the story on their platforms. Miss Berry lost her integrity and popularity, with her rich friends abandoning her. People she looked down on laughed and mocked her. She would pass, and someone would shout, "Fake life ambassador," and everyone would laugh. Some would make jest of her by calling out to her, "Hey, politician's daughter, How is your father the Senate president? And everyone will laugh. Everyone looked at her differently, their expressions a mix of disappointment and disgust. Miss Berry tried to ignore the gossips and taunts, but they followed her everywhere. She became a social outcast, shunned by those who once looked up to her and the ones she considered friends. This made her lose interest in her studies. One day, she packed her bags and left the school, while the students ridiculed and mocked her. I hope this story encourages someone to have a self-reflection. Be true to yourself and don't let pride and materialism define your worth. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. See you soon.